Well, the microcirculation is actually the business end of the circulation, because in the smallest vessels which distribute all the material, the oxygen, the nutritions and everything, you have a very small diffusion distance to the actual working myocyte. So you need a very well working microcirculation to have a well supplied myocyte array. It's a little bit like small roads in a town. You couldn't supply a town only by big roads. You need the small roads reaching every single house. And over the last 10, 20 years, there's more and more evidence that problems in the microcirculation underlie a substantial number of diseases which lead to myocardial problems. Many people come into the hospital and you look at the large vessels, and the large vessels are okay, but still they have angina and have problems with the heart, and then the assumption is that the microvessels are somehow disturbed and there is a malfunction of the microvessels. Yeah, that's an interesting question, and over the last 30 years there has been a shift from mechanistical research in animals in addition to what we do in man towards a imaging research mostly in man. And which is good on one hand, because we want to use as little animals as possible, but on the other hand we lose the capacity to find out what is really the mechanisms. And that can only be done in a model where you can change things, where you can perturbate the situation. And therefore what I think is needed is something we want to call a coronary microvascular observatory, where you can look into the microvessels of a beating heart and see what kinds of problems appear. Are they occluded? Are there leukocyte endothelium interactions? Are they compressed by the tissue pressure? Are there inflammatory processes? And this nowadays can be done very well by modern microscopic techniques. During the last 10 or 15 years, the development of two-photon microscopy, of photoacoustic microscopy, of light sheet microscopy have all enlarged the array of possible investigation tools so much that we can now focus on these things. But you need to bring together experts from the functional cardiac side or the vascular side and these people who can deal with these modern microscopes. Therefore, it's really a little bit like an astronomical observatory where you need one guy to fix the lens and deal with all the physics, but another one having the question with respect to science. And this should come together on a large scale, creating groups where one part of the people bringing the questions and the other part of people tell them how they could address these questions.